Hey there, my name is Celeste. If this is our first time meeting, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what my garden totals were for 2023. This is documentation for me so that as I'm using what I harvested throughout the fall and the winter, I will know how much to plant for next year. Because if you're new to my channel, this is my first year of an expanded garden for me. I do container gardening, and so this will be a record of what I have used, what I need to plant more of or less of next year. So I'm going to link my video about my garden journaling that I've done, which has been very helpful, especially when I want to see how much I actually harvested, so I will be able to prepare better for 2024. So let's dive in to see how much I grew from this year's garden. So this year I planted 3 basil plants, and from those basil plants I was able to harvest 9 cups and 1/2 teaspoons of basil. The majority of that I dehydrated and I put in a mason jar in my pantry, but I also made 2 half pints of basil pesto for the first time. I'll link that video down below if you're interested in how to do that, as well as making some basil butter. I thought would be great to use for the fall, some of the meals that we do. I think that would be really good on some steak or maybe even a pork chop. But so I'm very thankful for that. That's a spice or an herb that I use quite frequently in my kitchen. So I'm going to see how far that takes me this fall and winter. My bell pepper plants, I had 3 bell pepper plants, and from those 3 plants, I harvested 30 bell peppers. Now, my bell peppers didn't get very large, so during this fall and winter, I want to research maybe there's a specific bell pepper for containers that I need to be looking at. And so I'll be researching some more of that, but I'm very thankful for my 30 bell peppers. What I've done with those is I've diced those and then I put them in the freezer to add to pastas or other soup mixtures. So that's, we're gonna see how much I use of that. I had 1 dill plant. Now this is my first time ever growing a dill plant, so I really didn't know what I was doing. I got 5 sprigs of dill, which I'm thankful that I got 5, and I was able to use that to make my refrigerator dill pickles. But after that harvest, it just kind of kicked the bucket. So if I want to do that next year, I need to research really how to take better care or choose a better plant or something. Oregano is also another herb that I use quite frequently, and I had 1 plant. This is my first time growing oregano, and I was able to get 6 3/4 teaspoons, and that's dehydrated. I dehydrated that, so we'll see how far that takes me and if I really use it like I think I do. The next herb was parsley. Again, first time growing that. I had only 1 plant of that, and I was able to dehydrate 7.5 tablespoons of parsley. Rosemary is another herb that I had. I've been able to harvest 1.5 cups of that. I've made rosemary salt. I'll link that video below if you're interested in knowing how to make that. And I'm already using that. I've been gifting it. And I've also made some rosemary butter. I think that will also be good on steaks. What do you think? I had 4 strawberry plants and I only harvested 5 strawberries. So I'm not very pleased with that. I thought I chose a better strawberry, but maybe I didn't choose the right one for my climate and also for containers. So I need to really research more. I had 3 tomato plants, Roma tomato plants, and it did not produce 1 tomato. They would flower, they would begin forming the tomato, and then they would die. And it wasn't because the birds were coming in or pests, they would just die. So I don't know what I did wrong. I was really looking forward to harvesting a lot because I really wanted to can my own tomato sauce. pasta sauce, but that didn't happen. So I'm debating whether or not I need to do that next year. Now, I will say that a lot of the farmers at the farmers market also said that their tomato plants really struggled this year because of the heat. And also, I'm not sure if the hurricane that we endured, which was a Cat 4, then when it made landfall was a Cat 3, if that had anything to do with my production or not, because I've never grown anything during a hurricane. So I'm learning as I go. My cilantro plant, first time that I ever grew that, I was able to get 9.5 teaspoons that I dehydrated. So, I'll see if I use it. I think I do, but we'll just see. And then lastly, I had 6 cucumber plants, and they were pickling cucumbers, and I got 10 pickling cucumbers, which I made a refrigerator dill pickle, which was really, really good. But I was really surprised that they did not produce more. So again, I really need to research plants specifically for containers. So if you have any suggestions or things that you know grow well in containers, if you will comment below, I would greatly appreciate it. But all in all, I'm very thankful for all the harvests that I had this summer, because it's, gardening was therapeutic. I enjoyed being out in the sun. It got me outside. And then also I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor because I've been able to use fresh things that I know don't have any pesticides on it. I know where it came from in my cooking and in my baking. So I'm very thankful for what I harvested on my first experience of my expanded garden. And I'm looking forward to learning more this fall and winter so that in 2024, I'll be able to, have another year under my belt, be more proficient or knowledgeable, I should say, in my gardening. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And again, if you have any suggestions on my fails of my garden, please comment below. I would love to learn from your experiences so that I can become better at what I'm doing. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.